We are very privileged to deliver the program for young people who are in foster care, and it's targeted at those young people who have found the education system not to be to their liking.
At the time, as a teenager, I didn't have the want to sit down in a classroom and hear somebody tell you over and over repetitive the same thing, because that's what they have to do, you know, because there's students in class who don't get it.
They cared about you specifically, and like that got us through so many lessons that would take in normal school like maybe like a week to get one of those lessons done. So we got through it fast, and I felt like I was actually keeping everything in my brain.
A wonderful part of what we've been able to do here is to have small groups and personal attention and focus on individuals.
It works well because they take the time to focus just on you. 4 kids only, and 2 teachers, and we learned so much in one day. Like, they teach you very fast.
In school, because you're in a classroom with 30 other students or 40 other students, you have to go all the way through whatever's being presented. Many times the students already know those things. Instead, we try to identify what it is they don't know that they have to secure their credential. And we spend a lot of time individualizing our approach to dealing with the information they don't know. And I think that's one of the reasons it's called FastTrack, because it speeds up the process.
I was in FastTrack the first day, and I took my test, and the first 2 I actually passed, you know, in order to go and take them. So I really only had to study math and science. And I took 2 tests one day, 2 tests the next. Next day after that, I got my high school diploma.
I love to see alternatives to the standard way things are done. And getting a GED is a little different than staying in high school, but it demonstrates that you have the abilities.
It's changed my life. I've gone through all kind of stuff, but one thing that never changed was the education that I learned.
One of the most significant things that ever happened was in the very first session that we did. One of the students got up at the graduation and commented that she had never completed anything ever in her life before this. It just validated the whole concept of why we do this, and that's exactly why I do it. This population needs some additional opportunities and chances to have a second chance, and that's what this is all about.
Like, if you're given that opportunity, take it. Like, don't second guess it, don't stall it, because you never know if somebody is going to offer you that opportunity again. And it might be the thing to change your life, because it changed mine.
In the absence of some kind of intervention, these young people are likely to end up costing society in excess of $500,000 by the time they've gone through the typical work career, because they've been unemployed and they've drawn on social services and healthcare support and criminal justice issues and any number of other things. And the legislative system needs to recognize sometimes that a little investment right now will save huge amounts of money in the future if they'll just bite the bullet and take advantage of that.
Anybody can come and tell you you'll never be anything, and sometimes they're telling you that because that's the way they feel, because they can't look theirself in the mirror and say, I'm not anything. Don't let them tell you that you're nothing, because that's how they feel. Fight to be something, fight to be somebody. In this world, you have to be somebody.